morning, everybody. Good morning, babies. Put this up a little bit. Let me tell you something, sweethearts. I guess I can say a word, urgency. You see, God always has graced me to be a prayer warrior. I'm a little girl on up. 6 years old on up. That's why a lot of you all walk in grace, a level of grace, should I say, that some don't walk in, so they won't understand the way God uses you and the life how God has you to live. But that comes through by wisdom and revelation knowledge in your walk with God. I'm up early, yes. I'm always, by the grace of God, He helps me up all time of the hour. Sometimes I be up all time of the hour, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning praying. No, it doesn't matter. But this morning, it was very different as He awakened me this morning. I'm not worried about how I look, because the fact, I'm not worried who want to try to be pretty when you know that you gotta get to God. You know you got to obey God. You know you got to go talk to God. Anybody worry about all that this morning? It's very elementary foolishness. That's what you think. I'm not worried about that. But He awakened me up. It's time for you all, everybody, and I specifically speak directly to the ministry of love. But this is for everybody, because prophecy has no private interpretation. It's time for everybody to get back to prayer and get back to the house of prayer. God awakened me. It's so strong upon me. I'm in tears. I'm crying in my heart because how He awakened me up this morning. There's such a great move of God is getting ready to take place. And it's going to happen supernaturally, as He's been having me to say all this time. But it's going to hit earth through prayer. Y'all better hear this. It's going to hit earth through prayer. He said, you get up. First, He had me going to the church and just doing things that titles is just titles. Obedience is something that you cannot even explain. It's beyond the natural human capacity of mind, the mindset, obedience. He had me just going to the church and wiping and cleaning it. God speaks in many ways. You got to pay attention when He's speaking and the way He's speaking, how He's speaking. He speaks through things. He speaks through people. He speaks through situations. He just speaks through so many different ways and things. You got to pay attention to it. He had me to get up and made everything. He said, I want everything anew. So I went and obeyed God. I went in there and I did it. Screw up floors, it didn't matter. Pour it down, it didn't matter. Obedience. But this morning, it's something happening. It was something new going on. Like, you can't explain God. Don't even try to explain Him. You just obey Him. He give instructions, but He don't give explanations. Don't you ever forget that. Yes, I'm in my car this morning because I was awakened. Get up. Get to the house of prayer. Every last one of you all. God mean business. Get back to the house of prayer. You go everywhere else. You go, come on, let's get, it's so on my heart what God is saying. God has lifted up whatever the enemy thought to do, that's lifted. From COVID on down, that's lifted. He's saying you get back. God, oh my God, He's saying you get back. You get back to the house of prayer. You get back. You release your faith has been released into a system of the world. Like, you don't mind going out to parties and shopping and vacation and You don't mind doing all these things, but when it comes to the house of God, when it comes to the house of prayer, well, I'm a human talking, but I'm not talking because it's the Lord talking through a human. He said, you get back to the house of prayer. You tell the people, get back to the house of prayer, because whatever it is that God is doing is so amazing. I can't explain it. It's so amazing. But it's gonna come through prayer. Yes, we pray at our home. Yes, he takes me in the field and pray. Yes, he bows me on my knees and pray at home. Yes, he does these things behind closed doors. Yes, he does these things. But there's a prayer that's called private prayer and a public prayer. Your private prayer is you and God. Your public prayer is a corporate prayer. Something going on and it's good. And he's trying to get it to you. And it's he that obey the Lord, you will see the move. You will see. You will see. You will see. You who obey God will see. You will see what God is trying to say to you this morning. You will see it through the power of God's prayer. The glory of the Lord when God said, listen up. Sin will not never outweigh my glory. In other words, I thought he was talking about, people doing wrong. Because we all do wrong. But we all under grace. And he loves us all. And he forgives us all as we call upon his name. He said, no. He said, all the trouble that you have endured. He's talking to everybody. All the trouble you endured. All the pain. All the hurt. He said, I will not allow not one drop of it outweigh my glory. That means what's about to happen to you in your life, what's about to happen, it's greater than every pain, every hurt, every trouble, every trauma. It's greater, but it's coming through prayer. You got to get back to the house of prayer. God's house has been neglected. A lot of people don't even understand. Even as God would have me said, nobody is to be lost. Nobody's to be left. Nobody to be rejected. If they hear me, if they hearken and obey, even when God grace me to open up even the LGBT ministry, nobody don't understand it, but only God does. He said, because I love them and I need you to get them. Go get them. I love them. Go get them. It's a compassion, it's a love that draws people. Hate and rejection don't draw people, it kill people. But love and compassion draw people. Humans don't understand God. They think they do, but they don't. God said to tell you, every last one of you all, get back to the house of prayer. It's something that's happening. It's so huge. Oh my God, this is so huge what God is doing. It's huge. And it's good. And it's great. But it's coming through prayer. Prayer gonna bring it here. Prayer gonna bring it to earth. But it's at the house of prayer. Because God said I started the household of faith first. And he does. So to every last one of you all, whatever ministry you may be going to, You get back to the house of prayer. And don't let nothing stop you. Something going on is so great, y'all. It's so great. But it's coming through prayer. It's coming through prayer. The ministry of love was built on faith, love, and prayer. Always been misunderstood, but that's the way it is when you're really, really, really called by God. You will be misunderstood, just like Christ, just like Paul, just like Peter, just like Deborah, just like them all. So let this bring comfort to your heart. Because God loves you. No matter what, He loves you. And whatever it takes, do it. Do what He said do. Even more than nuggets that He have. God graced me with a team that works behind the scene. He's brought forth a newness with it. It's a newness. It's a newness, you all. It's a newness. It's a newness. It's a newness taking place. It's right now going on. It's a newness. He said to tell you, tell them I said, get back to the house of prayer. Get back to start praying like you were praying. Many times He would call me for prayer for days and days, 30 days, just praying. But it's something about you getting back to church. You getting back to His house. You getting back to His house. You gotta get back to His house. You gotta. Because what He's doing is coming through prayer. When God had me to come to the church and just clean and wipe and pour old stuff down and new stuff up, He was talking then. The newness of God. It's newness. And when I said put the new things up, He started saying what He wanted. I don't want that no more there. I don't want that no more there. As you can see right now, I am here. I'm just not making it here. But I have to obey God to tell you all. This supernatural thing is coming through prayer. This thing that's so great is coming through prayer. You know it's supernatural. Anytime you want to, you got your do-rag, I don't know what you call it. You just what you put on your head when you go to sleep. And what you walk around in your house when you wake up. God means business. He's playing, and He's in a hurry, and He's not waiting. He ain't waiting for you to get all pretty up and all this. He's waiting. It's quick. It's just like He said to the people. He said, listen up. Go get the church folks. Go get the tongue talkers. I made a feast for them. And they thought they had, I guess they thought they felt so religious and so righteous, so righteous. I guess they felt like they didn't need to come to the house of prayer. They didn't need to come to what God was calling them. And God said, well, you gonna get the people in the streets. Go get the murderers. Go get the haters. You gonna get the homosexuals. You gonna get the adulterers. You gonna get the fornicators. You gonna get all of them. Because of the fact before Christ came, that's all of us. That was every last one of us. Only the blood cleansed us. But still, yet no man's soul is saved. You need him. You need him every day of your life. You need it. You can't breathe without him. You can't live without him. There's no life without God. I don't care what nobody tell you. There's no life without God. You gotta get back. You gotta get back. It's like I can't explain it, but you gotta get back. You gotta get back to the house of prayer. Every Saturday morning at the Ministry of Love at 9 o'clock, you make sure you be in the house of prayer. You cover this house. From the head, from myself on down. It don't start just with you, whoever. It starts from the head on down. The comfortability stuff is finished. Being comfortable and just being where you are. And then that's comfortability. I can stay home and pray. I could go walk out into the darkness and pray. I could go do all those things. But when he say get to the house, he mean get to the house. He ain't playing with nobody neither. You all who hear, hearken, and obey, you will see. You will testify the great things of God. You will see it and you will testify. Get back to the house of prayer. And don't let nothing stop you. I'm responsible, yes, for the ministry of love. I'm responsible for the ministry that God is opening August the 8th, but it's all God. It's prayer. It simply means what God having me to do to tell the world. When you look at LGBT, you're looking at loving God, build trust. You're looking at to love God, you gotta love people. You can't go around it no matter what. And when he give you a mission, you gotta go, you gotta do it. You gotta do it. You do it from the heart with your love, with love in your heart. God loves people. Stop trying to understand it. Stop trying to make sense of God. You'll never be able to understand God. You'll never be able to make sense of God. You'll never, I don't care how much you try, I don't care how long you've been saved, you'll never. No, but you can't. All you can't do is obey. Watch the glory of God. Madam, just watch the glory of God bring forth in your life what I can't even explain. It's so great, I can't explain it. It's happening even as I speak right now with my own life. It's over. Okay, what the defeated foe tried. It's over. He been defeated. Ain't nothing. All he can do is nothing. But watch you go forward. And go forward in things of God. Go forth and prosper and be ahead. It's grace of God. Grace. Obey God. Obey God. Obey Him. Get out of your comfort zone. Get out of your complacement. get out of it. It makes you become rebellious. Don't do it. Don't do it rebellious. You know how that goes. It's like witchcraft. Don't do it. Obey it. You're not afraid to do nothing else. But the devil tried. He tried to fool you and to make you believe that you can go anywhere else, but you can't go to church. The devil is a defeated liar. He don't have no power in nothing. He's defeated. He's defeated. Thank you, baby. You just pull up. Thank you, baby. See, that's when you know people are listening and obeying God. That's what you gotta do. I don't care if you don't have a church home. You got one at 1129 South Tamari Drive, right here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. You got one. You can fall down on your knees. You pray. You talk to God. Normally, intercessory prayer starts at 9 o'clock. Every Saturday morning. Cover. Just like you cover God's house, God covering your house. He making sure you all right. You will never want for nothing. Or lack for nothing. When I say want, I mean for things that's good. God love you so much. You can spread the word out. Every ministry of love. Stop saying I'm not love night. You are love night, because if you love God, you're love night, because that's all God is, love. He's nobody but love. He's love. You can stop all that craziness. He love you. He just teaching you balance. That's why God grace. I'm just waiting even right now. So you all. Oh God, out of all the world. Who would have thought in their mind TBN would have published this book that God graced me to write? But God wrote the book. And the book is for His glory, but it's for the people, to help them, to set them free, bring them balance, so they can live a long, prosperous life without feeling guilty or condemned. Just love. Oh my God. Just sign papers. But anyway, I'm at the last stage of it. And so when the release day comes, you'll know it. Just like I'm gonna know it, you gonna know it. God got you writing movie scripts. It's just so much going on, but it's so good. My mind and my heart is for people. Lord, I love people. And when you love people, you're so misunderstood. But that's okay. Just love anyway. Love people no matter what. Just love people. Only way you can prove it to God how much you love Him. You love people. You love them. You love the good, the bad, the ugly, the rich, the poor. Every race, every color, every nationality. Because God is not a God of color. He's a God of love. I gotta go. I do have to go to the sanctuary. It reminds me of the old days in the prayer and the Bible. And let us go into the sanctuary of the Lord and pray. He gotta be first. No matter what, He gotta be first. You gotta stop making excuses. You gotta stop. You gotta stop. You gotta make sure above all, everything. He's first. He's your priority. He's a priority. He's above everything and all things, all bodies. He's first. Everything God put your hands to. Words I can't even explain. You remove it's just so much great things. You remove, I don't even know the word to say myself. It's so great. Like he said, you're free, moving forward. Cause he love you. Oh man. Everything will just work out. It's gonna just work in your favor. It's like gold. You would turn everything. He would just touch his hands. His hands just up on it, touching everything, and it would turn everything to gold. I love you. I gotta go to the other side of the morning. And after you finish praying and put it first, then you carry on whatever else you got to do for that day. And be prepared for your Sunday. God grace you to see it. Worship time is at 10 o'clock. At the Ministry of Love. And I'm talking to all of you all. Don't neglect the Lord's house. Don't do it. I'm talking to every last one of you all. Don't neglect the Lord's house. Whatever ministry you go to, don't you neglect the Lord's house. I love you so much. I'm gonna go. I love you all. I have obeyed what the Lord had me to do. Blood is off my hands. I love you.